Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Commodores will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Vanderbilt's offense is on the field for the first time today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Give to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Commodores will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it for the up man. They weren't fooled for a minute. He is nowhere close to the first down, and they'll turn it over. The Wildcats offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. You know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Getting some heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a look.
Got it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his run.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Smashes through the tackle. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And that ball is live in the backfield. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Kentucky! Get the ball, score with defense did.
Man, great job by the defense. The ball's thrown, the ball's completed, swarming to the football, knock it out, and then guess what? Be there to scoop it up, run it back to the end zone. Huge play by this defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Huffman. And the ball is intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to pass. It's Huffman. Feeling some heat. Swings it out to the flat. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Gets it past the marker. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Colin.
That's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your line, I say go for it every time.
Grab behind the line. It's Penn. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a...
And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He leaves it with his back. At the 15, he's loose. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
They're bringing heat. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out in the field because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package now setting up 4th and 1.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now in the next down.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Huffman coming after him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Moving away from pressure. Lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Commodores moving quickly to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. He's there to make the stop. And it just seems like there's a little more oomph in a hit like that in a rivalry game, David.
Man, yeah, and you have to love it in these rivalry games when you get those big licks. And, Jesse, you make a statement. You make a point.
Yeah, you're right, David. I mean, I just feel like in...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Rutgers is going to walk off the field there in Piscataway with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Yeah, and you can tell the time. And quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, get a little juju going.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking to throw it again. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he will wisely throw it. The tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. The option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Penn. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. The Commodores are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Back to pass, it's Huffman. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house.
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a... Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick 6.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Doors! How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Trying to bully their way in. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion.
Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The back goes in motion. Makes the quick grab. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Huffman. He makes the connection. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man in the middle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Commodores headed quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Release to the back. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow. They got the flag. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Splits the uprights. It's good. And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The run from the shotgun. Runs through the tackle. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Catch in the middle, it's Graves. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And
ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Huffman. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to take off. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get... It was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
The Commodores have this offense rolling. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to him. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Commodores will have it 1st and 10. Now on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Holds and fires complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Hines is back in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Love the third down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
Now on first down from the 40. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The give from the gun. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Not really looking to score threes. It would have been a 50-yard field goal attempt. The offense trying to convert on 4th down. Using his feet. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And how about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football. They stick to what they do well. They know where the first down marker is.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Huffman. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Touchdown, Vandy! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Let his bust for a long one. Now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Muscling ahead on third and short. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
And that will go backwards, a negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Steps away. He chucks one out to the right. Wide open, he makes the catch. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Commodores are rolling down the field. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
He's got it. At the 35, he's open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He's got it inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This offense doing business in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got some room headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Huffman. Pocket starts to collapse. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Gets rid of it. Got his man on the right. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. When you look at the design of a draw play, you don't often see it going to the outside, but I'm not sure he had much of a choice there.
Nah, the running back couldn't find a hole. The defense wasn't full. Listen, when you do see a draw as a defensive lineman, you don't bite. You don't run up the field. You don't run.
And the pressure
is Chase
there. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Movement here from the tight end. Leaves it with the back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
15-yard line. 1st down, Commodores.
29 Philly. 2-9.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after.
On the carry.
Not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Wants to throw. It's Huffman. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on this.
Touchdown, Commodores! And they grab the lead here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude can throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally... Found an easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. 1st and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Wildcats. They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Here in the 2nd overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
The running back carry. Tackle is made at the 24. 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. The tackle is made. Goal from the 6.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a strike for a completion.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Kentucky! Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8.
39. Vanderbilt, 31.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the 1st. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the 1st down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Scanning the field, it's Huffman. He's got it. Touchdown! Vanderbilt. With that, now a two-point conversion away from triple overtime.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided in regulation. Just very frustrating to lose a game, especially like this in OT.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.